The military plane transporting 122 South African citizens repatriated from China is expected to land today at the Gateway International Airport in Polokwane. The group, including volunteers and SANDF officials, will then be transported by road to the Range Hotel in Polokwane, where they will be quarantined for 21 days. For the latest situation at the Range Resort, we cross live to our reporter, Chriselda Lewis. A very good morning to you, Chriselda. Thank you so much for joining us. Earlier on, you told us that the group is expected back home at around 10 a.m. What's the current mood around the airport?
Well, simply we're much anticipation here as we wait for those more than 120 South Africans who we understand now will be here in about the next 3 hours. So much anticipation, as you'd understand, as I indicated a bit earlier on. As you would know that many of those South African students who are part of the group who are returning here this morning have been in lockdown in Wuhan city in China for over a month since the outbreak of the coronavirus. They've been basically at the center of it. You could hear here just towards me, the police are coming through at the moment. I think the media very shortly will be asked to leave this particular area and move towards the outside parameter of this particular airport. We're also expecting the military service as well to come through in the next few moments. You would see towards, unfortunately, towards another direction where our cameras cannot reach at this point. You'd see here towards this direction a South African army vehicle reversing here behind me. Just a few moments ago, we also saw the South African police service basically saying that we should move from this location. We'll perhaps need to move to somewhere else, but great anticipation, you would know, obviously, since of course President Cyril Ramaphosa had indicated that he was giving that instruction for the repatriation of those South Africans. Straight from here, as I indicated earlier, they will head to the Ranch Resort where my colleague Sophie Mukwena will be crossing live from. So from here to a little over 20 kilometers, they will be quarantined there for 21 days. They'll be taken with buses from this particular airport to that ranch, and that's where they will stay for 21 days. The health service, the military health service, also been deployed there. All the testing requirements, I understand, have been done. Government maintaining at this stage that all those on that aircraft will be landing here are in a healthy condition. So we're not sure at this stage when we'll get a briefing from the authorities here in South Africa. But what we do know is that the Health Minister, Dr. Zweli Mkhize, has been having multiple meetings, in particular, for example, with the church community. You would know, for example, here in Limpopo, coming up over the Easter weekend, you're going to have, the pilgrims, thousands of pilgrims who will attend church service at the ZCC, and there have been concerns that have been raised about, the arrival of these South Africans here in Polokwane. Despite government saying that they're all healthy, there's been a bit of dissent from certain sections of the community. I know the health MEC of this particular province is also going to engage with the church community just to allay those fears. I know pamphlets will also be handed out to the pilgrims who will be here just to allay their fears about also what measures they should take to keep themselves safe. But Limpopo at this stage not recording a single case of the coronavirus. So a lot of discussion is happening behind the scenes, but a lot of anticipation, and I guess a lot of relief will come here today from the families of those who will be arriving here today. And we won't get much opportunity to see them there, Simpiwe, because you would know that they're being kept far away. I understand that they won't arrive through this entrance here behind me, but much towards my left. I don't think we're going to be allowed onto the runway either. So government, the military, all taking charge of this repatriation, this evacuation, but we'll try to get as close as possible for you, Simpiwe.
Very, very complicated process, but well worth it. Chriselda, we'll certainly chat to you a little later on as you await the arrival of the 122 South Africans who have been evacuated from Wuhan City in China. That was a reporter, Chriselda Lewis, speaking to us live from the Polokwane International Airport, where the South Africans will be landing, and they will certainly be chatting to Sophie Mukwena, who is at the Range Resort, which will be the official quarantine facility for these South Africans.